black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports Coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that at. Where we do that at. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that at. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. I thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your shame for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons, pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees or Roger Goodell. Yeah, probably like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that at. Where we do that at. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that at. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
All right.
Welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sports talk from your favorite sports fan. We up in this thing. Shout out to the Who Dat Nation. Appreciate you guys joining us for another installment of TSC the Coma. We in this thing, man. Much love to the fam. Hit the like. This damn team is to less than 2 minutes from going into be a 3-7 team. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This team is about to be, you're losing to one of the worst teams in the NFL, one of the worst offenses in the NFL. You're losing by double digits to them now. By double digits. This Pickett kid was throwing wounded ducks out here, overthrowing people. It's one of the worst offensive lines in pro football. We want this guy out of here. You're not going to sell us on this dude. We want him out of here. Look at the Saints players' faces, man. We can't blame all them guys. It's the brass at the top. They don't believe in the game plan. And now the Steelers sit on the ball. That brings the game to the final. My goodness gracious, the Saints are 3-7. 3-7. 3-7. 3-7. Can you believe this shit? Look, I'm sorry, fam. Let me tell you something. I'm upset, okay? I'm upset. And I'm not PC when I'm upset. I ain't very PC anyway, but I'm even farther left PC. This is an atrocity. This is awful. Man, this is downright terrible. The Saints right now through 10 weeks are 3-7. Listen, let me tell you something. You're saying Q going crazy? Yeah, I'm going crazy because what reality is this? Well, anybody with sense that know how talented the Saints team is to be sitting up here at 3-7. Family, you just lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL by double digits. By double digits. This is one of the worst. Their offense was one of the worst, if not the worst offense in the NFL. How? This is unbelievable. 10 games, you are 3-7. You are 3-7. Next week, you're going to be 3-8. You cannot beat the Steelers. You damn sure can't beat the Rams because that's who you got next week. I'm telling all you season ticket people out there, I'm talking to y'all. Take this and share it. Share it across the Who Dat Nation. Put it in your goddamn box and blast it out and put them on the screen and let them know. We not taking this from y'all asses. We ain't going to be like our ancestors that put up with 20-something odd years of losing football from the New Orleans Saints. I ain't playing that with your ass. The Saints are going to fire this goddamn guy, and I don't usually call for firing people unless they terribly incompetent. That I don't call for firing people. But this guy is awful. He does not have the proper leadership capabilities. He doesn't pay attention to details very well. He's very vanilla, and he is totally incapable of making adjustments consistently throughout game by game. That's why he's never had back-to-back wins, because he can't grasp or capture positive situations and duplicate them. He can't reproduce them, because in order to do that, you got to have some idea of what you're doing to keep doing the good over and over again. If you having 2 drives or 3 drives out of 8 to 9 to 10 drives where you're scoring touchdowns and you ain't getting nothing the rest of the drive, that's not a win. This is terrible, because through 10 games, the Saints are sitting their asses up here in front your face at 3-7. Did you hear me? 3-7. It is over with. You're not going to come from behind 4 damn. And listen, they say Q, it's still West in the NFC South. It's still a rest. You're not going to come from behind 4 games with Dennis Allen as the head coach. He can't win back-to-back contests. He doing the same stuff he did when he was the Raiders coach. They gave him an alley-oop. They gave him an alley-oop. He had an alley-oop. They gave him an alley-oop. You had Jarvis Landry, Tyrann Mathieu. You had all these fantastic players. We gave you an alley-oop. And all he did was alienate his $20 million quarterback, choose a backup who can't lead children to a kindergarten party, couldn't inspire a bunch of players to do anything. He couldn't even get them guys to get 1 yard to keep the game going in 2 tries. That's awful. I want this guy out of here, and I want the entire Who Dat Nation to get with me on this. We need to make them people hurt and feel us where we hurt. Stop buying them damn jerseys. Don't buy any more jerseys. You understand me? Don't buy no more damn jerseys. Don't buy no more shirts. Don't buy no more goddamn memorabilia. What you memorializing? This bullshit? Don't buy no more stuff from them people. And for my ticket holders, cancel your goddamn tickets until they fire Dennis Allen, and tell them that we canceling them tickets until you get this guy out of here. You ain't going to sell me on this guy for the next 2-3 years. The hell with that. We get this guy ass out of here, man. God damn it. See him sitting up here 3-7. They're going to try to sell you on them. It's a tough day at the office. Watch this. Watch this. Listen, fam. It'll make me feel a little bit better if Allen came out and apologized. Now, remember, he never apologized before, but if he comes out and apologizes during this press conference, you know who he got it from. You know where he got it from. He never apologized, never ever before as a head coach. If he apologizes, you know where he got it from. You know where he got it from and who he listening to. I think DA lost the team. It's over with, bro. This is a done deal. You can't come from behind 4 games with Dennis Allen as the guy. He can't do it. It's over with. Even in the bad NFC South, the team falling apart. When Triplett and Underhill did that interview, that was over with. That was a done deal. When they did that, prior to that, it was exposing cracks. But I've been knew Jameis wasn't happy with Dennis Allen. We've been knew that. When he said that bullshit about him being an injured quarter, 100% healthy, and I'm going with Dalton over him, that was some BS right there. And Allen never fixed that. He never says, you know what, my misspoke, I apologize. He didn't even apologize for that. He don't apologize for nothing. He don't feel like he had to apologize for you for shit. I'll just give you whatever I give you and you take it because you desperate. Hell no. The hell with that. My goodness, man, I'm upset. This is some bullshit here, man. This is some unmitigated bullshit. Excuse my French. For all my children listening, listen, I'm amped. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to put your thumbs in your ears or something like that, because I'm on fleek right now. I'm on fire right now. This is absolutely terrible, man. This is freaking awful, man. The Saints sitting up here at 3-7. Did you hear me? Did it sink in yet? Did it sink in yet that you're 3-7? Did I tell you that you're 3-7? I'm gonna keep saying it because it haven't sunk in yet. See, it sunk in with me after I seen them couldn't get that 1 yard. That's when it sunk in for me. For many other people, it ain't sank in yet. We are not desperate, and we have a moral code. We are not playing with you, Saints people. Dennis, Lucia, and all you guys, Mickey, and all you guys, Gail, y'all better listen to us. We not playing with you. You're not going to sell us on this bum-ass coach. This guy has lost his team, his $20 million quarterback. He's alienated. They got press people writing articles about him. His cracks all in the fiber. People don't believe in him. And you're going to keep rolling them out. That's a wrap. You roll him out, you can pay for your own goddamn tickets. I tell you what, you feel like you're rich enough, you're going to pay for your own shirts, your own jerseys. Pay for your own goddamn tickets. You could be like Shaquille O'Neal back in the day and pay $1 million for your own CD and make it go platinum. You don't think I know you did that? You pay for $1 million. It's over with, man. It's a done data, man. This is awful, man. Saints sitting up here terrible. And look at my brothers, man. Look at my brothers here, bro. My brother's chiming in. Damn, Q, I never heard you like this, B. Look at brother Rashad here. Bro, yeah, you ain't never heard me like this because this is terrible. There's some bullshit, man. This is bullshit. The Saints are sitting up here at 3-7, and it's not a talent issue. This guy done apologize for nothing. He done destroyed the team. They gave him a layup. He destroyed the team. Rashad, let me tell you something. Just like how you felt about Matt Rule, that you would rule out. We're not putting up with Rule like you guys did. We ain't putting up with Dennis Allen like you guys put up with Matt Rule. Let me tell you something. We learned from you guys. We're not putting up with Dennis Allen like you put up with Matt Rule. Let me tell you something. You're going to have a barren fucking dome up in there when it comes down. We ain't going to watch you. We're not going to watch you, and we're not going to support you. We don't want you as the head coach of this team. We don't want you as the head coach of this team. This guy not going to apologize for nothing. And if he do apologize, you know who he listening to. Let me put it to you like that. No, you ain't never heard me sound like this. Because this is awful, man. This is bottom rate, cut rate BS, man. This is BS here. 3-7, man. Are you kidding me? 3-7? 3-7 in 10 weeks, you 3-7 up here. Is it hitting y'all yet? Is it hitting you yet? Is it hitting everybody yet that you're 3-7? Huh? Is it hitting you yet? But Dennis Allen gets up there and tells the Who Dat Nation, it's just another bad day at the office. And we got to play better. Get ready for that. Get your stomach ready for that. Get your stomach ready for bad day at the office. And we got to play better than that. Get ready for Andy Dalton to say that get ready for him to turn into a Frenchman now and talk about we, when it got everything to do with him and how he throwing passes and the schemes and scams that they run. That's right, scams. It's not a scheme, it's a scam. Hey, they say stuff got schemes. They got scams running. You say, well, Q, what's the scheme for the Saints? No, it's not a scheme, it's a scam. They done scammed the piss out of us, man. That's why I'm sitting up here upset. Man, I'm upset because they done scammed the hell out of us, man. Oh, they done scammed us. It's not a scheme, it's a scam. Is there a scam? They done scammed the hell out of us. Oh, man, they done scammed the hell out of us. They done scammed us. It's not a scheme, it's a scam. Say, what scheme you got, Q? We ain't got no scheme. We got plenty of scams. My goodness, Tenacious said, I'm going to Rouse's for. No, don't you waste your money on brown bags. You don't give it to them. That's what the bottom line. See, when I start talking, I'm talking about getting the entire Who Dat Nation on code. Let's learn from our Carolina Panther family members that put up with Matt Rule for 3 years. If you allow Dennis Allen to do this, then you'll be going through a Matt Rule type situation with the New Orleans Saints. We ain't playing that. I learned from Rashad. We learned from Dave. We learned from the Carolina Panthers. Do you want to go through that? Then it's time. Y'all need to get on code with me right now. We not buying New Orleans Saints people. We not buying your damn jerseys. We not buying none of your memorabilia. We not buying none of your BS. If you don't get this goddamn guy out of here this year, you can buy your own tickets. Hey, Gail, you worth about $5 billion. You better take $1 billion of it and buy your tickets. You better buy your own shirts. You better buy your own shit, because I ain't spending nothing on your ass. And I'm telling you straight up, I ain't spending no money on your ass. That's how you get these people, right? I ain't gonna let these people sit up here and sell us on some Dennis Allen, Matt Rule type shit. Oh, we gonna stick with Dennis Allen because, hey, man, it's just his first year. This team was 2 players off from making a playoff run last year. This guy that took over the team. The team's sitting up here at 3-7 right now. It's 3-7. 3-7. And guess who you got next week? The Rams. You can't beat the Steelers. You can't beat the Rams next year. Next week you're gonna be 3-8. 3-8. Shout out to Brother Prime and the vets, man. Rich says, Q, ask Low ATL some of the yeah, bro. You gotta have some of that strong stuff that put you on death's doorstep. It don't push you over, it just puts you right there and then yank you back. That's what kind of stuff we need now. Man, let me tell you something, man. This is awful, man. This is terrible. Like Barkley, horrible. This is awful, man. This is terrible. There you go. But Bob, yeah, support the Coma. Get on call with us. Bob our shit. Don't Bob they shit. Bob our shit. Don't buy the Saints up. What we rewarding them for? Failure? Family, we don't reward no failure. We don't reward no failure. Dennis Allen has this team at 3-7. We can't keep supporting them. We got to pull back the resources. We trusted them and we got scammed. Here come the man. Here you go.
Hey,
here you go. Put one in the chat if you can hear. Here go Dennis Allen.
Wasn't good enough, really in all phases. We didn't play well enough. We didn't coach well enough. We have to do a better job. We fought ourselves back, got back into the game at halftime. Felt like we were in a good position. And we really just didn't do anything in the second half, so we have to be better.
Yeah, late in the game, 3rd down, 4th down, you guys are missing all the interior offensive line. You ran behind them both times. Why did you guys do that there?
Well, we felt like we could make a first down, and we didn't do it. And we have to be able to make, we got to be able to make, what was it, 1.5 yards, I think, so we have to be able to make that. So, yeah, we got to make it. Very, yeah. And look, I'll go back and look at all of them. I know some of them certainly look legitimate. So we'll have to go back and look at it. But I think we had 10. I think they had 3 or 4. So and some of those that we had specifically on defense, kept drives alive, gave them first downs. So yeah, it's disappointing.
Did you guys expect to have this much trouble running today?
No, look, we knew they were a good, run defense. And we knew that they were going to have some juice coming back with having TJ back out there. So, but look, we felt like we would be able to run the balls better than we did. We knew it'd be tough, but we felt like we could run it better than we did.
Dennis, when the team is kind of having the same sort of problems on a weekly basis, whether it's turnovers or not forcing them or had trouble stopping the run, what does that all boil down to?
Yeah, I think we got to coach it better and play it better. I just think we have to be better in a lot of areas.
At this point, will you think about a quarterback change for next week?
I'm not going to get into that right now. We just came off the game. We'll have plenty of time to evaluate where we're at in a lot of areas.
You said James's health. You're healthy enough to play, though. With his health, considering he's probably still not 100% impact that decision, is there a point?
Look, I know.
Look, he don't want Chase. He don't want
looking for answers there.
He don't want that.
I'm not going to go there right now.
See,
we'll evaluate where we're at, and we'll have a plan for this coming up week.
Dennis, after a 7th loss, how has the message changed from the type of loss, or does it change in the locker room of the team?
Well, look, I mean, when you get in situations like these, you know, you have to fight your way out of it. There's
Look
no
how
other
he
way to
sound.
get out of it other than fight your way out of it. And, you know, this is where you got to lean on the leadership of the group, and they got to pull us through.
Why did you guys decide to have Callaway down this week?
We felt like that was the group that gave us the best chance.
Do you worry about keeping the locker room together at this point?
No.
Dennis, did you do anything in particular to limit AK in this game?
You should be worried about this freaking guy.
Yeah, look, we struggled to get in much of a rhythm offensively, you know, and so I think it all started with our inability to be able to run the football. You know, I don't think they did anything, you know, in particular that, you know, took him away. We just didn't get him the ball as much as we probably would like to have.
When you have someone like Monte Taylor, Paulson, and Debo who have more than one penalty in a game, do you talk to them in the moment?
Well, look, yeah, some of the fouls are, you know, aggressive, you know, fouls. So, no, I didn't specifically go over to each one of them and have a discussion with them about the fouls. We'll get them corrected.
Did you see this as a good opportunity to kind of stay within striking distance of the division and just kind of work those things?
Yeah, look, we got to worry about, you know, winning games, and that's really where the focus is.
You said you guys got to play better, coach better. What do you guys have to coach better in that equation?
Well, I think some of it would come down to some fundamentals and technique. I still think there's got to be some improvement there. You know, the discipline aspect of you know, we had a couple of false start penalties. You know, there's just a lot of different areas that we've got to improve on.
I know you're not going to want to make an excuse or anything, but when health is such, it's an obvious logical factor in this. Like, how much do you guys equate that into kind of what's going on?
Look, I mean, listen, I couldn't sit here and say that it's not a factor, you know, but it's the nature of the beast that we're dealing with. So we got to find a way to get the guys out there that we have on the field and get them to play to their best ability, and then they got to go out and execute.
When you look at where this team is now compared to maybe where they were at the beginning of the season, do you feel like this team's improved?
In certain areas, yeah. You know, but we're not getting the results that we need to get. And certainly, I think these last couple of weeks we've probably taken a little bit of a step back in terms of production. So we'll go back and evaluate and keep working.
When you say you're not worried about the locker room, why not?
Because I think we have a good locker room. I think we have a bunch of guys that are fighters, and I think they're going to still, you know, fight and compete. All right, thanks.
Did that loser-ass coach tell y'all anything about apologizing? Did he apologize, family? See what I'm saying? With that type of loss, did you hear Dennis Allen apologize? Thank you, Tenacious Steve. He says Jesus can't save Dennis Allen. Bye, Felicia. The only thing you're going to be looking at is your resume. Looking at is your resume. Thank you, bro. Shout out to the fam. That's I think I got one more super chat there. Man, did that guy say I apologize, family? This is an awful you know. Did he come out and apologize? Did he say it? Brother Thomas says, how can we run the ball if we only ran it 11 times? See, what is he talking about? That's what I'm saying. Did you learn anything? I asked that question after everything. This was one of the worst losses. Now, I asked this question last week. What was the worst loss that we have? I said the Ravens lost because you came off the Raiders winning. It's like being at the observation level of a skyscraper one moment, and then the next game against the Ravens, it's like somebody pushed you off that same observation level onto the street. So I said, yeah, that was one of the worst losses. But this is by far the worst loss of the season. I know we was arguing about, oh, Carolina, this not, but everybody in unison knows this is the worst loss. And being that you lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL by double digits, you're now 3-7. What's interesting about Dennis Allen is Dennis Allen did not get on the podium and apologize to your ass. He don't owe you no apology. That's what he feel like. You heard him. Did he? I'm going to ask you again, to all of the 600 some odd people that's listening to us, did y'all hear Dennis Allen apologize to the Who Dat Nation for this shitty performance that he rolled this team out here with? Did he apologize? Did not apologize. Not one iota. He did not apologize for nothing because he feel like he don't owe you no apology. I don't owe you no apology. We just got to play better. Saying stuff that's not true about the running attack. Saying things like, do you feel like you're going to lose the locker room? No. Yes, you should worry about the locker room. They asked him about Jameis Winston. What did he say about Jameis Winston? Well, I ain't going to talk about that right now. You ain't going to talk about it next week. I told y'all that he hitched his wagon to Andy Dalton. He alienated Jameis, and it's a fracture in the relationship between, I'm just going to refer to, because this has more impact, Dennis Allen and his $20 million quarterback. That has more impact than me saying Jameis Winston, because that lets you know what level the Saints were supposed to carry Jameis on. You paying Jameis the $20 million over the next couple of years. So he alienated his $20 million quarterback to the point where the locker room, I told y'all that last stream and the stream before that, this team is fractured. When you ain't worrying about the locker room and your $20 million quarterback is out talking on articles with Triplet and them, telling them that Dennis Allen backstabbed him in for lack of better words, and lied to him, deceived him about the quarterback situation. You don't have to worry about no fractions. What world do you live on, bro? You see? And that's the fake it till you make. Remember I said fake it till you make it? He pretending to be a head coach. I put the hat on with the gear, with the little head thing, and it's Halloween. It's Halloween year round for Dennis Allen, and definitely for the Who Dat Nation, because this is some scary shit we saying. But he's having fun. He putting on the coach's outfit. He pretending to be a head coach. Look at me. I'm the head coach in the New Orleans Saints. But look what he's doing to the team and us at the same time watching it. Look what he's doing. Look what he says and what he doesn't say. He's not worried about losing it. Your $20 million quarterback has an article out saying that you deceived him about the quarterback position. They got a lot of people that came to the Saints because of Jameis Winston, Jarvis Landry being one of them, and people that respect and love Jameis. The way you did Jameis, you don't think that caused a fracture in the mindset of some of the people with the coach? And you can't, bro, listen, you can't win. The only thing that fortifies you as the coach is you winning games. But if you're losing, you can't expect those who you're alienating to get on the same page with you, because those guys don't believe in you, man. They don't believe it's you, because at first you can block it out to a certain degree. But then when you start seeing for yourself, well, guys with the plays and they can't score, and you got all the talent in the world, and you can't do nothing but score one touchdown, and you got Jarvis, you got Elvin, you got Taysom, you got Rashid Shaheed, you got Juwan Johnson, you got all these talented individuals out there, and you can only get one touchdown against the Steelers? That's all you can do? Bro, no. Once again, there is no accountability. If the head coach of the team can't be accountable to me or you, how could he be accountable to the team? He would have made it right insofar as if he come out and apologize for this type of performance. This was one of the worst. This was worse than the Ravens game. At least you got the excuse to say, well, the Ravens is a good team. You cannot say that about the Steelers. The Steelers are one of the worst teams in the NFL. They got rookie people all over the place, and they beat the Saints by double digits today. And the Saints got veterans all over the place. He not afraid of losing. This guy, this is a Matt Rule situation, and we ain't going through it. I learned that from watching the PNP and watching the Carolina Panthers family members. You learn from those around you, family. That's so that you don't repeat their mistakes. That's what a smart person does, right? Put a check in the chat. That's what smart people do. Smart people learn from people around them. They learn from people around them. We are not going to go through 3 years of Dennis Allen killing this team like this. I will take all that black and gold shit that I got and sell it on eBay and never wear it again, including this damn hat. I will sell that shit on eBay and get rid of it if then people don't get rid of this guy this year. I give him toward the end of the year. But this guy ain't it. We're not going to go through no Matt Rule shit for the next 3 years. We ain't going to let them play with us like the Carolina Panther people played with their people. You ain't playing with us like that. We will restrict every resource that you get, and you're going to have to buy all them goddamn tickets your goddamn self. We'll take all this black and gold shit off in a second. If you don't hear what we saying, you ain't going to force no Dennis Allen on us. And this dude done lost the team, and he don't even realize he lost the team. That's how dumb he is. It's how dumb he is. He's so stupid he don't even realize to even apologize when he has these miserable performances. He come out here and give all this regular bullshit. Did anybody learn anything from Dennis Allen's commentary today? Did he learn anything? You ain't gonna scam me. Let me tell you something, New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints, you got us up until week number 10, but that's it. You're not gonna scam us into accepting Dennis Allen for the next several years. You're gonna buy all your own shit before I put one penny on your ass. I'm saying the real. They like it or lump it. They don't sit there and believe in this. For what? What is he showing us? He ain't even got the balls of the intestinal fortitude to even apologize to the Who Dat Nation for 2 awful performances. And this performance was downright distasteful. How much more disrespect you gonna take, peoples? How much more disrespect as a family members you gonna take? How much you gonna take? How much more are you going to take? I'm telling you something. Then what happened with the Carolina Panthers, you better learn something right now. Matt Rule was over there and he destroyed that team. For 3 years, bullshitting and scamming the Carolina Panthers people into believing that he was a head coach. And it took him all the way down to the minute where they couldn't make excuses no more. That's what they would do to you. As long as you keep the money coming, they ain't worrying about that. As long as the season tickets are filled over the next several years, they ain't worrying about what you're saying until not only pulling your tickets back, but also calling the office and text us, email them people. Let's bombard their emails. Call up the headquarters. We calling up there. We're going to run your lines in the ground. We're going to complain. We're going to start a campaign to fire Dennis Allen. This starts on the Sports Coma today. And it's going to carry, I don't care how many goddamn games he win. I want him up out of here. He ain't the coach of this team. He don't know what he's doing, and he's not learning on the job. He's not a visionary. He's not accountable. He doesn't have attention to detail. He doesn't know how to deal with people. He's alienated this $20 million quarterback, which has caused fracture throughout the offense. People do not believe in what he's doing, and it's only going to get worse. How much worse can it get from 3-7? You 3-7. There is no excuse for this, and I'm not buying it. It stops right here. I'm still doing the games, but at the same time, I'm every damn game now. I'm creating banners and every damn thing. Fire Dennis Allen, get his ass out of here. We're not gonna have no Matt Rule type shit happen over here. I promise you that. We ain't playing with you. You're gonna buy up all your damn tickets yourself. We ain't playing that with you. I ain't buying no more gear, and I ain't going to no goddamn games unless they fire this dude. This dude got to go, man. You ain't gonna Matt Rule us over here and scam us into thinking that Dennis Allen is a coach. When Dennis Allen about to take you to what the Raiders was over the last 3 years when he was operating there. He ain't learned a damn thing. He ain't learned nothing. He too stupid to even tell the people sorry. Wait, cute. Well, at least he said sorry. He ain't even saying, he's saying that. For real. Bro, don't take this, man. Don't be desperate and want to go down there. No, don't do. Look, to you guys out there, this is disrespectful because the man could at least apologize. But for him going up there and spilling that spew out in that garbage and not apologizing, I ain't even going over the stats. I ain't reading the stats. For what? You 3-7. Man, listen, it's over with, man. It's over with. And I don't usually talk like that, but I see where this is headed. This guy, he does it, and I wouldn't feel that way if I felt that he had a spin on what he could do to fix it. Number one, he never had back-to-back wins. That's number one in his coaching career, because he don't have the ability to consistently take things and the positive things he have and duplicate them in a volume where you can have success over time. Like in this game, he couldn't bottle the last drive of the second quarter and use that to reproduce during the game. That's my case in point. That's my case in point. This is awful. I'm still a who that man, but I don't want this guy as my coach. And you thinking I'm gonna sit up there like the Carolina Panthers people doing? You are out of your damn mind. I ain't buying none of your shit. And I'm gonna advocate for the rest of the who that's not to buy nothing from you people or to do nothing for you and pull back their season tickets. And not only that, but berate their headquarters with calls and emails about how distasteful this is and how we don't want Dennis Allen as the coach going forward. We want him up out of there. We ain't gonna let you scheme us and scam us into believing that this guy is a head coach. This guy is not a head coach. This guy is a fumbling, bumbling, dumbass coach. That's his name. DA stands for dumbass. Number one, actually, it's called double dumbass because he's too stupid to even apologize when he does stuff. Like when he wronged Jameis, an apology would have been sufficient. It'll help a little bit if you would apologize for scumming it up against the Saints today and last week. But a bad day at the office. You stick with this shit, you're going to be plenty of bad days at the office. We ain't playing this Matt Rule scam. We ain't playing this. This is Matt Rule who you got here. This is Matt Fool. Let's call him. I can't, because that's a whole, this is Matt Fool you got going on here. Double dumbass, a.k.a. Matt Fool. You ain't going to scheme us into Matt Fool. You ain't going to, we ain't going for it. You going to keep your shit. Excuse me, friend. I'm sorry. I'm upset. This is terrible, man. 3-7. Thank you, Morgan. Shout out to you, fam. Michael says to apologize is to be sorry for something you will never do again. Deep down, he knows there will be that. Thank you, Michael. Man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank everybody, but this message at this juncture of time hits me right in the chest. Look what he said. To apologize is to be sorry for something you will never do again. Deep down, he knows there will be more bad days at the office, and as a result, he will never apologize. We want change. Michael, that is the goddamn bro, that is the comment of the day. Bro, you dropped the mic after that one. Bro, I got to read this again. Family, look what Michael dropped on us, bro. This is 100% Veritas right here. Michael, you hitting on it. He said to apologize is to be sorry for something you will never do again. Deep down, he knows, he being Dennis Allen, knows there will be more bad days at the office. And as a result, he will never apologize. Damn. You catch that, family? That hit you like it hit me? That hit me and stopped me right in my tracks. Damn. But man, he said it all. Look what Brother Rashad says. All this Matt Rule talk giving me PTSD. Bro, you know Matt Fool, as I call Matt Fool, conjure the Carolina Panthers nation for 3 years, stanking it up, setting the team back. We ain't going for that over here in the Who That Nation, bro. We gonna learn from y'all example. That's what hard-head people don't learn from other people's follies. They don't learn from their own follies. They don't learn. We gonna learn. We smart. This is called the Great Saint Think Tank. This is called the Great Saint Think Tank. We think over here, and we know the power of our support. We ain't rocking with you at this level if you're not respecting our mind. You're not gonna force us or scam us with this quote with this guy. This guy's not a coach. I want him up out of here. Thank you, KK. This is the number, family. This is the number. KK got it on screen. I got it on screen. This is the number to the headquarters. Let's all through this entire week, the entire season. I'm gonna call as soon as I get off here. We're gonna bombard these people with fire this guy. We will not support you. And make sure when you talk to him, make sure you say, we want this guy gone. You will not scam us. Use the word scam. You're not going to scam us with Dennis Allen. We're not falling for the scam. You're going to get him out of here, or you're going to lose all the support from the Who That Nation. That means support of the season tickets. That means support merchandise. When you start talking about money boycotts, they get right. Let's get on code together. I'm telling you, we ain't tolerating this disrespect. I ain't tolerating no more disrespect from these people, man. Set this goddamn guy up here and gave him a layup, and all he did was fumbled away every damn thing. Fumbled it away. I'm not playing. We're not going through this shit with Dennis Allen for 3 years. The hell with that. Dennis Allen is going to get his ass up out of here. We ain't playing with you. We ain't playing with you. Eternal says, no, bro. Bro, listen, bro, let me tell you something, bro. All I'm saying is, bro, I just want to get on code here. KK, the number guy, this is the number for you think I'm playing games? I'm calling after I get off the show. 504-733-0255. I'm serious about this. This is disrespectful. That man can't even apologize for what he given to us. The team is 3-7, family. We only 10 weeks in. The team is out of it, man. You're like, well, Q, they can win a few more games. You name me and tell me whenever Dennis Allen team ever won multiple games in a row. That mere fact is telling you that he can't do it. He done got so far down that he can't win. He got to go on a winning streak. He's never been on a winning streak. So you expecting a man that never been on a winning streak, don't have the ability to put winning streaks together because he can't consistently group positive things together and replicate them in a way where the team can have success. You're expecting a guy that can't win back-to-back, never done it before, to all of a sudden do it, and he 4 games underneath 500 to win games, man. I don't have no faith in this dude. That last game, that was it. I want him out of here. I want him gone. You're not going to scam us with this guy. We ain't going through 3 years of this type of football. I ain't playing this. They did that shit to our people back in the day for 20 years. Sitting up there and saying, wait for the team to build. The hell with that. I ain't playing with these people on this, man. That's the number. KK put it in the chat. Whatever you got to do, copy it, write it down, screenshot it, whatever you got to do. You call and tell them you ain't falling for the scam. Dennis Allen needs to be fired. He don't apologize for shit. He alienated Jameis Winston. There's fractures in the locker room. And if you don't get this guy out of here by the end of the season, you can buy your own damn tickets. I'm not buying no more tickets from you. I ain't buying no more merchandise from you. I'm not supporting your little programs when you put them on the channel. None of that shit is over with. I'm not supporting no team that ain't listening to me. I'm not supporting no team that's not listening to me and rolling this type of football out here, man. If you at the top can't see what I'm saying, you're going to feel what I'm saying in your goddamn pocket. Now, you play with me if you think you want to. I got the Who That Nation riding with me. As long as I got the Who That Nation, I ain't worrying about a damn thing. Should I take all this Saint shit that I done bought over the years and take it and put it in a bag and sell that shit on eBay if you don't pay? Don't play with me on this shit. Disrespectful, man. Rich says, Q, we walking toward the miss. No, we ain't jumping off the bridge. We're going to push him up off the bridge. Don't you go over the bridge. Listen, let me tell you something. We going to, bro, all we need to do is let them know we get on cold with each other. They going to feel it. I'm not playing with these people on this, man. Soup, thank you, Canu. Thank you, Rich. Shout out to you, fam. We hit them where they hurt, man. I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of this, man. You're not going to sell us on this dude, man. The hell with this. Stone Cold says, what coach would you like to see Allen's replacement? I don't see who's available. Such wasted potential. Listen, Dennis Allen ain't doing nothing right now, bro. Coach Richard could be the guy that they put in this place. Take Coach Richard, who's a guy that was a coordinator at a high level. He's the only really most experienced guy you got. You ain't going to make Pete Carmichael be the guy. You want whoever you want put over the team has got to be a guy with charisma, somebody the team could believe in. That is a smart dude. I said Coach Chris Richard should be you fire Dennis Allen, and it's like, well, Q, if we fire Allen, who do you think it should be? That's what the Saints are saying. Well, if you get rid of Dennis Allen, you can make a can of milk the head coach to do a better job than he did. But seriously speaking, Coach Richard should be the replacement at the interim coach. He should be the interim coach because he's a guy with charisma. He's a no-nonsense guy. Guys respect him, and he's a guy I think will give you a better coach than what this other guy is. This other guy ain't no coach. Thank you, Stone Cold, for your super chat, bro. A can of milk, a can of beer is a better head coach than Dennis Allen. At least you get more out of it. Hell, at least you get some good times out of it. You know, this is awful, man. The Saints are 3-7, family. They are 3-7. You ain't scamming no Who That Nation. No, I ain't going for this, bro. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this, man. I'm not going for this, fam. This is awful, man. This awful, fam. I ain't going. Hold on here. Hold on, fam. Somebody said Q, call them live. Hold on. Hold on, fam. Hold on. I think I'm playing games. Hold on. Before I even do that, hold on. Let me give a shout out to the family. Thank you, bro, for. Hold on here. Let me make sure I thank the super chats. Thank you, brother. Brent Norris. Thank you, bro. Brent, for your super chat, man. Thank you, brother Brent. Let's see. Let me trying to get your message here. Shout out to Brent, man. He says, for vanilla play calls, not playing to win equals losing. Thank you, Brent. Thank you for your cash apps, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. And Brent says, how many plays did Taysom get in? I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know how many plays he got in, bro, but it wasn't nearly as enough, bro. They just despondent and terrible, bro. Hold on here, fam. Hold on. Hold on. I'm calling them now. Hold on. We got Andy Dalton on the thing. After Dalton gets off there, I'm going to call the organization live on the phone. Y'all stay with me. Here we go. This Andy Dalton on the line. I mean, Dalton's on the line.
Yeah, we ran the ball both times and weren't able to get it. I think that's what happened.
And just what happened on the second interception, the throw to Kevin White down the sideline? What you see him just kind of what went wrong?
It's a one-on-one play, just trying to give Kevin a chance, and unfortunately, he didn't come down with it.
Coach Allen says
he ain't come down with it because you put too much air under it.
Been around this team for a little while. These are tough times, but how do you feel the core of this team can handle it moving forward?
We have the right people in this locker room. We've got the right people on this team and in this organization, and the only way we can do it is we got to stick together and understand what we have to do. Everybody needs to look at themselves and say, what can I do better?
Notice he turned into a Frenchman. Oui.
And if we do that, we'll get this thing turned around.
Did you do anything in particular to take away the run or the running strategy?
Yeah, we just weren't able to run it. And I think at the end of the day, they made plays and we didn't.
You mentioned the potential 10 weeks into the season. What do you guys got to do to achieve that and be at it consistently week in, week out?
I think we've got to put everything together, and we've got to, execute the plan that we have in place. We have to understand how teams are playing us and be able to make adjustments and do different things. And I think it comes down to just everybody being on the same page.
Do you feel like that's still in front of you guys and you can get that?
Yeah, I do.
From what you were seeing, tape you saw, different things you were watching, you feel maybe they got a boost or anything, or how they were playing, with Watt back in the lineup?
I mean, when you get one of the best pass rushers in the league back, I mean, obviously that's a boost for your team.
Andy, you never really want to play without 3 of your regular starting 5 offensive linemen. What kind of challenge does that create when you kind of incorporate new guys in and, they're all kind of having to play together?
Yeah, I think that's a big thing when you got starting linemen out, guys that have played a ton of ball, and now you've got new guys thrown in there. It's something that we still got to find a way to execute and make it work.
You're right. You like a shot to the face or something like that.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
The struggles of the running game affect what you do. Obviously, how do you want balance as an offense?
Right. Yeah. If I think for us, I mean, you go back a couple weeks ago, I feel like that was the thing that we were doing best offensively. We had a good balance. And the last 2 weeks, we haven't been able to run the ball. And that's hurt us. Put ourselves in, unfavorable situations, 3rd and long. And the efficiency on 1st, 2nd down hasn't been good enough.
How would you assess just some of the struggles offensively, especially towards the end? The last drives, whenever it was still kind of close, 1-score game, 3-point games. How would you kind of assess how it went, kind of down the stretch?
We got to make more plays.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
That's awful. I'm sorry, fam. I'm eating. That's awful. All that was awful. Did you learn anything? I always ask family members when we get off of there, did you learn anything? That was dreadful. It was awful. It was garbage. Became a Frenchman in there somewhere. This is awful. We got the right guys. You see how low energy that was? Did you believe anything he said about having the right guys in the locker room? Did you believe any of that? What's terrible about this, man, is it's just, man, let me tell you something, bro. This is awful, man. So terrible. All right. So, I mean, this is awful, bro. So it's terrible. These guys are beaten. Dalton, it took him a long time to come to the podium because he didn't want to go up to that podium. He didn't want to get up there. He got out there muddling his words, talking crazy. Yeah, well, unfortunately, he didn't catch the ball. See how he threw him under the bus right quick? He threw his ass up under the bus. You put too much air under the ball. That's what happened. You put too much air under the damn ball. That's what I think going on. But this is terrible, man, at every level. This is terrible. This is awful. This is terrible. This is bad. I don't like it. I think it's terrible. Dennis Allen sucks as a coach. This is awful. And we're not going to ride with Dennis Allen for 3 years.
The New Orleans Saints. Our
Come on.
office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Your call is very important to us. Please call back during business hours. Thank you.
Let me try them again. We're going to call them. I'm calling them live on air. They probably ain't going to answer the damn phone. They said business. I was hoping to leave a message there if they didn't answer, but listen to it, fam. This is awful, man. At the end of the day, man, this is terrible, man. We 3-7. They talking about we can get back in this thing. What kind of fool is this guy? You got Andy Dalton as your coach. He's a fool, and this other guy.
New Orleans Saints. Our office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Your call is very important to us. Please call back during business hours. Thank you.
Maybe that'd probably be the best case for them because the way I feel, I probably cuss them people out the way I feel. So maybe I need to sleep on it, to be honest with you. But that's the correct number KK gave, man. I'm going to call them on Monday. I'm going to call them Monday. Let's give shout out to the Steelers. Thank you, Brody, for being here. Steelers got the win, man. They should be proud of their young squad, man. They improved the 3-6, but the Saints they got a double-digit win, and that builds a lot of confidence in that young offense. They got a lot of young people, a lot of young wide receivers, tight ends, quarterback, running backs. They building toward the future, and this is a confidence-building win for them to beat a fallen team like the Saints with a dumbass head coach and a team that don't see the fact that he's a head coach that they should make the move on. They should, you got to do what I call a hard pivot here, a hard pivot away from Dennis Allen. Meaning right now, if you could do what you got to do, if I would fire him right after, I would fire him Monday. I would fire him right now. And then I would hire would you constituency. Q, if you was running the team and you Mickey Loomis and Mickey Loomis is listening to you, or you was the general manager, how would you handle? I would fire Dennis Allen right now. I would fire Dennis Allen right now, and I would put Coach Richard as the interim coach. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to make the playoffs, but what it does signify is that we ain't tolerating no loser. We're not tolerating some So ineffective leadership. We're not tolerating non-accountability. And I would pick Coach Richard, because I know Coach Richard will make sure them guys accountable. He'll make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. He's a lot more organized than Dennis Allen. He's more respected than Dennis Allen. And he's a guy you can look at and say, yeah, I can go to him for answers. I think he figures it out. You know, I don't think the Saints make the playoffs, even if with Dennis Allen. So if you get an interim coach, it's basically the same thing. We're not going to the playoffs with Dennis Allen. Because what you need to have as a team to get to the playoffs, he don't have it. And it ain't like he hiring people to bring on. He don't even realize he don't have it. That's the thing. That's why he's a double dumbass. Because you pretending to be the coach and you don't have what you don't have what you need to win. You see? You don't have what you need to win. In order for the Saints to get back in it, at some point, the Saints will have to win a string of games. 2, 3, 4 games in a row to get back into it. Problem is, Dennis Allen never done that before, and he don't have the ability to do it. So if that's the case, then you understand, you know that your season is lost because you don't have. If I don't have confidence in them, and them guys sitting right up on you, don't think they see what I see? You don't think they see what I see? Man, them dudes see who Dennis Allen is like you see who Dennis Allen is. Let me tell you something. And I said this, I said, when Jameis talked to them people and he told them about Dennis Allen lying to him, I said, listen, that don't surprise me. Because remember what Dennis Allen did to Keenan Lewis? Remember that? How fake he handled that? Because he's non-confrontational. He one of them snake in the grass. He one of them non-confrontational dudes that talk a lot of shit behind your back. And then when you get up to him, he's like, hey, bro, I heard you was talking some mess about me. And then he backing up with his hands up. He crawfishing back. Nah, man, he must have said, I ain't mean to say that. You know, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the guy behind you. And then the guy behind him says, oh, you talking about me? Oh, no, I meant the other guy. That's what kind of dude that is. He done screwed this up royally, is what I'm saying. Is there a way for him to fix it? Yeah, but it will go against his mindset. He would never do that, just like he would never apologize. Just like what Michael said and put that beautiful tweet out there, that super chat out there. When he said what he said, I agree wholeheartedly. Look, family, I want to listen. I'm going to be honest with you. Thank you, brother Norris, for the super chat, bro. I mean, Cash App. He says, for DA and Dalton not owning, so they'll never lead. Yeah, right. You got to be accountable to be a leader. You do. And this guy's not accountable. When he puts on sucky losses as bad days at the office, he knew he couldn't use it this time because people had branded that. If he would have said that, boy, they would have lit into him. But if if he was a smart man, he would have said, man, listen, this was a bad loss. Let me go ahead and apologize to the Who Dat Nation. But an apology, just like Brother Michael said, comes with solutions behind it on how you fix it. I apologize, and this is what I would do so it never will happen again. Like I gave it a spiel about, I'm gonna make sure that I talk to the players. I let them know that whoever don't make the blocks, whoever do what they're supposed to do, that they will lose their job, that they will no longer be a member of the team. I will go hard body. I will go out and find everything I can to make sure I find everybody I need to make sure I get this team winning. I promise you, we're going to fight hard. We will make the playoffs. The only time Dennis Allen ever guaranteed that the Saints was going to win a game was the Arizona game. Do y'all remember that? Remember I played that? Dennis Allen said on the press conference that we will win this game. And what he went out there and lost it. This dude not the man, bro. You're not going to Matt rule us. Saints, you're not going to Matt fool us, because that's what this guy is. Matt fool, and we ain't going for it. You ain't scamming us with this guy, man. 3 years. Y'all ready for 3 years of this dude? Y'all better get on code. You better get on code. I know you love your black and gold, but you're going to have to sacrifice to get them back where they belong. Because if you stick with this guy, you're going to have 3 of the worst football seasons you could possibly imagine. It's best we get on code right now and stop this at the foremost. We're not going to let them fool us like they did them Carolina Panther people and trick them people into 3 garbage-ass years when they could have got up off their asses and found somebody that can coach that team. You ain't going to Matt fool us. I promise you that much. We ain't going for it. We ain't going for it. Shout out and congratulations to the Steelers people. I'm not mad at the Steelers. This is me now. I'm not going at the Steeler Nation. The Steeler Nation, y'all did what y'all supposed to do. Congratulations to you. This is for the Saints and the head coach. We should never have lost to the Steelers. A lot of Steelers people didn't think the Steelers was going to win, and better let beat your team by double digits. Man, this is repulsive. Brother Rich says we aren't used to losing. This stings bad. Shaking my head. You're speaking for all of us, Biggie. I feel, bro. I'm here, bro. How many hours, family? Over how many years have we been here? Hours. I don't know how many hours, hundreds of hours, thousands of hours. I would say thousands of hours and millions of minutes that we've donated and dedicated to this. Millions of minutes. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this. I'm sorry, family. I'm not going for this. I'm not going for this. And I want you guys to be on code with me. Ride with me. Now, it might hurt at first not to wear the black and gold gear, but I'm telling you, it's all for the good. We can't support them if they're not listening to us. And they're going, if you don't do this, they're going to let that man sit up there until his contract run out. They're going to let him sit up there. This guy don't have it, family. All right, Rich says, second thought, Q, I'm going towards the high rise. It's a higher plateau. What's higher? What's higher, the high rise or the Crescent City connection, bro? What's higher? What's higher? I think the high rise may be a little higher. I'm not certain. Y'all let me know. I heard somebody tell me back in the day that the high rise was the highest point. You know, I don't know. Y'all ask me, man. They both of them are high. I would say, I don't know which. I would say the Crescent City connection. But then again, the high rise got its own little thing going. I don't know. Y'all let me know. All right. Yeah, that's right. That's right, bro. Take that. Yep. You know what? You're right. What my Pelican had, and I sure don't have the son of a gun. Man, I sure don't have it too. I don't have it. I must have left it somewhere. It's in my bedroom somewhere. Yeah, fam. Man, listen, fam. This is crazy, man. I'm so thrown by this team setup. Let me try to get through the stats, family. Let me go ahead on and get through these stats, family, for the rest of the Who Dat Nation. Please hit the like button, family. Hit the like button. Let me rumble through these stats, and then I'll end the stream. All right, Saints 20-10. They loses to the Steelers. This is ridiculous. 28 first downs. That's right. The Steelers had 28 first down to the Saints 10. 28 first downs. The Steelers, one of the worst offenses in the NFL, had 28 first downs against the Saints defense. Awful. Man, it's terrible. Third down, they were almost 50%. 9 of 17. The Saints was 3 for 12. Can you believe that? 3 for 12 on third down. Them people had 79 total plays versus the Saints 45. They basically, and this is what we talk about, family, they basically reduplicate the game plan from the previous week when we played the Ravens. The exact game plan. Look what the time of possession was. I know I'm skipping stats, but they were 38. You might as well say 40 minutes. So again, this is, I don't know if I've ever seen where you had a defense that was on the field in back-to-back games, family, for 40 minutes of a 60-minute game. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, but that is what we want. The Saints are on the field 40 minutes. The Saints defense is on the field 80 minutes of the last two games, and it's only a 60-minute goddamn game. Don't blame the defense on this. Don't do it. 379 total offensive yards. Steelers 186 by the Saints, 11-10 advantage Steelers. They averaged almost 5 yards per play. The Saints 4.1. They had 162 passing yards. The Saints 157. The Saints rushed the ball 15 times, another low rushing attempt game because the Steelers took the clock away from them. The Steelers had 217 yards rushing. That's the same 200-something, 188, I think it was, the Ravens put up last week. So the Saints gave up more this week on 43 rushing attempts. That included scrambles by Pickett, in which the Saints simply could not stop them. They averaged 5 yards per rush. That's how they moved the offense. It was through the rushing attack. If the Saints cut off the rush, they win the game. They couldn't do it because the offense would not give long enough drives to allow the defense to rest. 29 rushing yards on 15. That's less than 2 yards per rush, fam. They had 15 carries 29 yards off of 15 carries. That's less than 2 yards per rush. At one time, Alvin Kamara was averaging over 4 yards per rush. The Steelers were in the red zone 5 times and got 2 of 5. They weren't all that good. The Saints was just stink. The Saints had 10 penalties for 74 yards. The Steelers 3 for 40. A little home cooking going on. But still in all, despite that, you still could have beat the Steelers and the refs. Wasn't hard to tell. 2 interceptions with the turnovers. So the Saints didn't take nothing away. They added 2 more turnovers on top of it, and they're one of the worst turnover teams in the league. They added 2 more to it. And like I said, one of the horrible stats of the team stats of the game was 38-56, which is the time of possession. Might as well round it all the way up to 40 minutes. And the Saints 21 minutes, just over 21 minutes holding the ball. The almost 40 minutes the defense was out there on the field. I mean, that's dreadful. Terrible. Terrible. Andy Dalton, 17 of 27 for 174, 6.4 per average, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He should not play next week against the Rams. He should be benched. But when you alienate your quarterback, you can't go with Taysom because Taysom don't know enough of the offensive playbook to be out there full time. He gonna ride with Dalton. He named Dalton. He's a dumbass. DA and DA, DA and AD. You know, you just move AD backwards. DA and DA, dumbass and dumbass. You got 2 dumbasses sticking with each other. And Taysom had 1 throw he missed on. Alvin 8 carries for 26 yards. Nobody else got any running. They ran Jordan Howard 1 time in the game. Dalton scrambled 3 times for 1 yard. Ain't nothing shaking there. Najee Harris, I promise y'all, didn't do nothing all damn year long until he met with the Saints. He had 20 carries for 99 yards. He averaged 5 yards per rush. Let me tell you something. That's the Saints defense because the Saints defense was tired. Leading up to this game, Harris, like Levine Kirkland came on and said, wasn't doing too much of nothing. Against the Saints, he averaged 5 yards per rush. That means he had 2 rushes, first down. Kenny Pickett, the quarterback, and I told y'all in the preview that the guy he's not Lamar Jackson, but he has some wheels. He'll scramble on you. He had 8 carries for 51 yards. He averaged 6.4 yards a rush, and he had a quarterback sneak for a touchdown. You thought it was just them 2? Yeah, guess again. The backup running back, Jalen Warren, had 9 carries for 37 yards. That is 4.1 per carry. So the rushing attack is how the Steelers moved the ball against the Saints today. Top Saint receiver was Juwan Johnson, 5 catches, 44 yards, 1 score off of 7 targets. Chris Olave, 3 catches, 40 yards. He dropped a couple of them. Jarvis, 3 catches. He had a tap up off his hands for an interception. Can't really blame Dalton for that because Jarvis should have caught that ball. So 3 catches off of 6 targets for 37 yards. Troutman, 2 off of 3 targets for 22 yards. Kamara checked down 3 times, 19 yards, ineffective. Rashid Shaheed caught 1 for 12. Kevin White was thrown at twice. Why? Why is he even in the game? And then, of course, Pittsburgh, Dante Johnson, 4 catches, 63 yards. This dude caught the ball on the Saints on Lante Taylor, who was probably the worst. He's probably the worst Saint of the game today. Alante Taylor got killed today. He got killed in there. They was targeting him and tearing his ass up. He was holding and fat and pass interference, and he was horrible. Dante Johnson caught the ball on the Saints and did one of those moves where you put your hand over your mouth like you yawning. He did that on the Saints because it was so easy. Saints were tired. They moved the ball around through all these guys are young. Dante Johnson, Jalen Warren, Pat Fryermuth, George Pickens, all these guys are young wide receivers. It's a young team. All of them young. All of them are young. You go to the defense, PJ led the defense with 11 tackles total. DeMario had 8 total tackles. And of course, the Saints did get sacks. They had 6 sacks, but it didn't mean anything. You got 6 sacks, it didn't stop nothing. And that wasn't, like I said, the defense was tired. They were beaten down bad in the game because of the offense could not generate enough time to allow the team to do what it's going to do. For the Steelers, their top guy was Robert Spillane, who had 7 tackles on a day, 2 sacks by Highsmith, and that's all he surrendered. Saints got 6 sacks, and the performance didn't make a difference because it didn't stop nothing. Pickett finished with 18 of 30 for 199. Didn't throw an interception or a pick. He didn't hurt him. And he was sacked 6 times. By that time, he was already rolling. And like I said, the Steelers really won the game through the rushing attack. They put up over 200 and they put 217 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards per carry up on the black and gold today. Oh my goodness. Very ugly. Ugly game. Man. Oh man, I just don't know, family. I don't know what I can say about this one. This means a lot because this pretty much means your season. That's what you see from me. That after this, when I see how they were playing, this is your season. There is no grand come from behind with Dennis Allen mysteriously or magically figure out what he's got to do, and then they will off 5 wins in a row to get to the playoffs. He's lost the team. Not the entire team, but obviously enough of them where it's making a negative impact on the offense. There's too many players on that side of the ball for them to only put up 1 touchdown against the Steelers defense. The Steelers defense wasn't a top unit. So I'm a realist. I'm not expecting Dennis Allen to do pretty much nothing. You can't beat the Steelers. I'm not expecting you to beat anybody. I mean, think about it. The Rams are next. The Rams been fitting folly around right now. They 3-3 in the top of the second with the Cardinals, but you can't beat the Steelers, man. You can't beat the Steelers. What chance you got against a team with a decent couple of players? Brother Thomas says, Q, even Bobby Abear just called for Jameis to play. They if anybody calling on Andy Dalton and keeping Andy Dalton in there, they crazy, which is why Dennis Allen should be fired. He's not going to, the pressure to call for Jameis to play after alienating them. He alienated them. He deceived them. It'll be disingenuous for him to go back to him now, and which wouldn't surprise me because he ain't like he working with no moral code. He's a backstabbing little dweeb. He's a pretender, man. He's not no real coach. And this team sitting up here at 3-7 in 10 games. That's what's sticking in my mind. The hell with Dennis Allen. What's up, Professor? Shout out to the professor. He says Gardner Johnson sounds like a prophet now. Yeah, Dennis Allen is not the dude, and he did Chauncey and the rest of them guys a favor by trading them. He really did. Bench, yeah, will he do it though? Will he bench him and put Jameis in there for what? He can't. He don't know how to use his offensive talent is what I'm saying. He don't know how to use them. He's alien. And I'm gonna say it like this now. From now on, I ain't gonna say Jameis. I'm gonna say he alienated his $20 million quarterback. I'm gonna say that because that has more impact. Now, who amongst you would alienate their $20 million quarterback for a backup who ain't worth 2 dented cans of Coke that you find in the back of the store? They got 2 dents in them. They ain't leaking out. I ain't gonna say. It's crazy. Rich says to stay out. He says to stay out the news. I'll just use, the Sunshine Bridge. There you go. Hell, that's pretty high too. Now the Sunshine Bridge, man, they thin. That's what, like 2 lanes? I think ain't the Sunshine Bridge that you brought. Hell, I guess it's better than the you thinking the Sunshine Bridge or the Lulin Bridge? What you talking about, brother Rich? You talking about the Lulin Bridge? That's what you. Yeah, the Lulin Bridge. Oh, you jump off there, bro. We won't find you ever, bro. I remember they had some guy running from the cops. Y'all put one in the chat if y'all remember. They had a guy running from the police. He stopped this cone and bridge, right? He was running from the police. Police had him boxed in on both sides. He got on the bridge. They boxed him in, right? So he stopped this cone and bridge at the top of the Lulin Bridge and then jumped off the bridge. Y'all remember that? Put one in the chat if y'all remember that. He jumped in from the top of the very top. He parked his car there. The police was cornering him. That sucker jumped off the bridge to get away from the police. Y'all remember that? Put one in the chat if y'all remember that. Now, IPQ, did he make it? Hell no, he didn't make it. Yes, right, Maul. He killed a girl. He killed a lady. and they boxed him in, and he jumped off that bridge. They found him. They found him. They ain't found him until he was way up around the Mississippi River somewhere. The river bridge, that is. And if you know how far the Luling Bridge is from the Mississippi River Bridge, that lets you know how fast that river move. That river move. And then that river dangerous because they got all type of stuff in there and sinkholes and shit. But they found that boy way up on the other side of the Mississippi River Bridge, man. Yeah. Yeah, he said, yeah, I remember that. You ain't making it in that river. Hell no. That river moving, man. They found that boy way up there around past the Mississippi River Bridge. That's where they found him at. That's a good distance from the Luling Bridge to the Mississippi River Bridge. The Crest City connection is what I'm saying. They found him over there somewhere. And that was like, what, a couple of days later? You know, like a day or two later, they found him up around there because they was looking around. They're like, man, this dude ain't make it. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, they got sinkholes in there. You ain't know that, bro. You bet they dredged the river, bro. That's how a lot of the boats travel through the deep. They dredge the river to keep it deep. So you got all kind of stuff going on up under there. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, look it up. They talk about that all the time. No, it wasn't the Gramercy Bridge, bro. No, Lyle, it wasn't the Gramercy Bridge. It was the Luling Bridge. It's the Luling Bridge, not the the Gramercy Bridge is what they call the Gramercy Bridge is the Sunshine Bridge. That's what they call the Sunshine Bridge. We talking about the Luling Bridge. That's over Destrehan, not the one over there in Gramercy. You talking that bridge is called the Sunshine Bridge. The bridge that's over Destrehan is Luling. That's the Luling Bridge, and you can tell the difference, you know, because the other one, that bridge looks like a smaller version of the Mississippi River. Like they got the same arch construction, the metal over it. If you look at the Luling Bridge, it got like more of a twisty design, like it's supposed to be like a San Francisco bridge or something. But I'm gonna stop talking bridges one because Rich got me on the bridge kick. But case in point, how they made the bridge like they were Luling Bridge, because there used to be a ferry there back in the day. There used to be a ferry that you get on right there, and it'll take you across the river. Like they got all these ferries that, you know, we got the bridges and then we got the ferries. So people that go to work from one side of the river, they know they get on the ferries with their car, and the ferry take them over to the other side. You get off and go on about your business. That's what it used to be a long time ago in the 70s. But then when all that happened, they had a ferry that got hit by a big old ship and flipped the ferry over. It was like a foggy day, and the ferry was going over there. And then they had a ship came along and hit the ferry and turned it upside down and killed a bunch of people. So they commemorated the river right there. They got a plaque and all that for my Destrehan people that go there and go up there. You can see the plaque and everything. They commemorated it right there. And then right over where the Luling Bridge is, because it's right up underneath there, they built that Luling Bridge because of that incident. I doubt if that ever happened that bridge would be here. They built that bridge over the top of there because of that incident. Killed a bunch of people. Go look it up. You know, that's why people kid about the ghost of Luling. I think they have a book on it or something, the ghost of Luling. And people talk about weird stuff happening around there. That was years ago. Just a little fact on it, man. Just dropping a little science on there. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. St. Rose. That's right. That's right. St. Rose. There you go, bro. That's right. That's right. Tremal, no, he said Luling Bridge goes to St. Rose. That's right. St. Rose is right where it goes over St. Rose and drops down the other side. Yep. 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 All right. So with that being said, fam, I gave you a little bread. Hopefully I made y'all feel a little better about my bridge knowledge. But anyway, what I don't feel good a bit, let's keep the focus on the Saints. I'm gonna call them Monday, and I ask the rest of the Who Dat Nation to call with me. Call up the number. Look up the number. I know KK put it in the chat. Let me see if KK still got it. KK, could you put that number up there again for us, baby? So I keep it on screen for the rest of the broadcast. And y'all guys, we can't let them scam us and scheme us or scam us with Dennis Allen. I'm telling you, if we don't put the pressure on these people and boycott him, they're gonna roll him out over the next several years. Could you stand several years of this guy? We got to put our foot down right here and demand he's removed. He don't know what he's doing, and he's gonna get dumber as the season goes on. And when he loses the team, he done lost the team in part, not all of them, but the ones that make an impact. You can see that he lost them, and it's only going to get worse with every loss. He's not going to beat the Rams next week. It's just not going to happen. You can't beat the Steelers. I don't have no faith in you beating anybody else for the rest of the season. So, you know, call their home office, call them up. They close right now. I called them on the stream. They close. Thank you, KK, baby. Call their headquarters. This is the Saints number. I ain't playing no games right now. To all my season ticket holders and all of our family members, let's make sure we keep the pressure on this team. We're not going to sit up here and be like our Panther family members that put up with 3 years of Matt Rule. We're not going to put up with Matt Fool over here and Dennis Allen. We're not going to do it. We're going to call these people and demand them to fire this man at the end of the season, or we're going to cancel our season tickets. You might as well cancel them. Who won't go down there and watch years of him head coaching the team into the ground? I'm trying to do you a favor. So let's get rid of all that. Let's say we're going to cancel these tickets. We're not buying any of your merchandise, and we're not going to be a part of any of your festivities until you understand that we want this guy out of here. And if you don't listen to us, then you pay for your own tickets. You be in the Saints organization. Gail, you take your money and buy the tickets. You take your money and buy up all the merch. You buy up all your own shit, because I ain't buying nothing no more. And I'm telling you off top, I ain't wearing this Saints hat on here for the rest of the way. I ain't doing it. I'm coming up next time. I'm coming up here with my own stuff. I'm not playing no games with these people, man. This is an embarrassment. And they ain't even got the balls to even apologize to you on nothing. They can't even apologize. Well, listen, family, we so sorry. This is an atrocity. We know you guys are there. They didn't give it. They just give it to you because they know you're going to take it. But are you going to take it? Are you desperate to put up with this? I say no. I say let's put our foot down and let's make them feel it. Let's call this office. That's also, they got an email too that you can contact too, KK. That's on their website. I was looking that up while that fool Dennis Allen was talking and while that idiot Andy Dalton was talking. They got an email there. Just go to the neworleanssaints.com. They got an email. Let's bombard their emails with fire Dennis Allen. Tell them we're not going to be going to these games. We're going to give our tickets back, and we ain't buying no more Saints merch until you got to get this guy out of here. We ain't putting up with multiple years of this. We gave this dude an alley-oop, and he slammed it down, alienated his $20 million quarterback, and lost to a team, one of the worst teams in NFL, and got your team sitting up here at 3-7. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm done with it. Anyway, with that being said, family, I'm up out of here. I know y'all ain't never seen me in all the years of my broadcast. Y'all never seen me this animated. And I've been animated a lot, but being this animated to the point where I'm ready to put the stop on supporting them people, man, I ain't never been that. But let me tell you something. I'm not putting up with no garbage. And I'm telling you, you shouldn't either. We ain't putting up with no trash. We ain't putting up with no garbage and beating football that's beating. Why I ain't playing pain? Why? I'm not playing with these people. But I guarantee you not. They're gonna make sure they all get their check. They keep churning out losses, but they still getting paid. They're not worried about it. They got their goddamn direct deposit. Do you understand what I'm saying, family? These people already got their direct deposit. They get paid after every game. They got their direct deposit. They ain't take no, they gave them their whole pay. They gave them their whole little sum of money right here. They ain't take nothing back for the loss. They go on there and check the phone. Oh, well, I still got my money. So shoe new to you, Q. Talking all that shit. I still got my money. Oh, thank you, Boomin. Shout out, bro. Thank you, Boomin, bro, for the Cash App. KK, thank you, baby. From Atlanta with the Cash App, thank you. I'm sorry, fam. That's all I got today. Man, I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I wish Tasha don't understand. I be drinking water on the side. I wish I had something strong about right now. Cut it out, Mickey. Cut it out, Mickey. You don't want to talk to me now, Mickey. Let me tell you something. All the love. See, this is an old picture of Mickey right there. See, that's an old picture of Mickey. All the top of here is gray. All the top of his head is gray. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you don't want to talk to me right now, bro. I have all the top of your head gray, bro. All that should turn silver gray, bro. Let me tell you something right now, bro. I'll take all the color out your hair right now, Mickey. How bad I'm feeling, bro. How much fire I got. Devil says, hold it down, Big Q, boy. I am, bro. I'm not buying. I'm serious, bro. I ain't buying no more than people shit. I'm serious. I'm dead serious, man. I can't, bro. I'm sitting up here watching these people, man. This is terrible, bro. They're gonna keep doing the same thing to you. Say no. No is no. No is enough. You done put up with 7 losses this year. Enough is enough, family. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, bro. We want that man gone. I ain't never done this before, but I'm tired, man. I can't keep doing this shit. All right, fam. So with that being said, man, I'm up out of here, man. I'm gonna go rest my nerves somewhere. I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in on this episode of the Coma. I'm so sorry. Once again, I'm the one sitting up here apologizing for another loss because these classless jerks can't do it for us. They don't apologize for nothing, but they take all your money with a smile. Terrible. I'm all family. I love y'all. I'm holler at y'all on the flip side. I'm up out of this thing. Peace.
Yeah. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Long as I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. Sports Coma, yeah, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like Benson, I'm a who that. I'm a who that. Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Somebody please better help. Running this thing like Elf. Thank God every day I'm not a felt. Go to YouTube Live with Big Q and the guys. If you ain't ride or die, the bandwagon get flipped. Been marching in, that was way for the ring. I was yelling out your chain for the championship. Bucking on town, duck down. Falcons pluck, get shut down. Panthers ain't much touchdown. The vision really belong to us now. So much hate on the Saints, you could probably tell. Ever since Bounty Gate hit the NFL, when things seem fishy, then you probably smell the crooked referees on Roger Goodell. Yeah, probably like this, and I'm a who that. Every day I'm living, I'm a who that. Lose or winning, I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that. Where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that, where we do that. Boogie like this, and I'm a who that. It's the Sports Coma, this is where we do that.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Saints Central, your black and gold home for the New Orleans Saints.
Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who That Too.
thewhatdaily.com. That's right, thewhatdaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, thewhatdaily.com is your site. Thewhatdaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.